Hey guys, Third Street Reactions here. I'm Shane, and I'm back here with another reaction and review to Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 1, Episode 4. Some of the things that stood out to me last episode in particular is the fact that the show is reinforcing the fact that Omega is becoming a part of the crew, the Clone Force 99 aboard the Havoc Marauder. They crash landed on a planet, and they had this cool breathing masks, kind of reminiscent to that scene in Empire with Minox, except instead of Minox, they were Orto Moondragons. But Hunter, his mask gets damaged, he passes out, so Omega takes it upon herself to use her tracking skills and basically take on a big responsibility and get back that power supply they need to get out of there. Also, we have Crosshair. He's basically training his replacements. That one Special Forces guy who they're not clones, so he's training regular humans. He shoots him in the head for being disobedient, not assassinating or murdering the civilians. Which that guy was right. He shouldn't have done that. And I guess it's weird. You feel like on the early days of the Empire, you gotta strike a balance between like, hey, we're not gonna put up with dissent or anything like that, but also you want to inspire people. You want people to love the Empire. Because those guys, they talk about how they love the Empire. You know, they get free housing, they get paid, they get all kinds of stuff that the Galactic Republic didn't give them. Another big thing is we had Wrecker hit his head, and he mentioned it several times. I was speculating last episode that maybe his free will is starting to kind of shrink a little bit. And maybe Order 66 he'll start to come to believe that that is a correct thing. And maybe he'll be unable to ignore the Order. That would be really sad. He's kind of the lovable guy. He's kind of like the Michelangelo. We have the Kaminoans discussing like the fact that they're getting pushed out, and they need to now they need to go into the next phase of their special little project, and that they need because Jango's DNA is degrading, it's starting to become unusable. They need one of, I believe, the altered clones back. They already have Crosshair, but yeah. So I'm not sure what the next phase of it is, but I guess we'll find out. And I think I'm going to jump in right now.
We don't have enough fuel, and we are also entirely out of rations.
Well, that's not good.
Without the Republic to provide us supplies, we'll have to acquire these necessities on our own.
We got a bigger problem.
You mean work?
Comchatter has our...
By my calculations, the closest planet is Pantora.
Well...
Hey, Pantora!
Pantora it is.
Go watch the Clone Wars reaction that Zach and I do. We just did a reaction called Trespass, where we deal with the Pantorans on you just gotta watch it. It's very good.
Pantora it is.
Man, that's a beautiful shot.
You fellas here for repairs?
Hey, it's I'm pretty sure it's the same species as Neem from Return of the Jedi.
You said you'd skip this step.
I could.
Right.
If I had some incentive.
How about I don't beat your ass?
Of the financial variety.
Oh.
I think he means credits.
Is that sufficient incentive?
Pleasure doing business with you.
We're getting the hang of this civilian thing.
Red bastard.
Word on the channels is you're looking for a certain modified Omicron class attack shuttle. I might know where to
I think that's Fennec.
But that information's gonna cost ya.
I'll make it well worth your while.
I'm pretty damn sure it's Fennec.
And make sure they don't leave.
Yep. Gonk Droid again! Look at him waiting in the shadows.
How about your droid?
Droid? He's a military prototype.
Military, eh? Yeah, give you 2,000.
Give me a minute. No, you can't be serious.
This is a way to get in trouble.
The credits.
Oh, hey, wait! Hey!
Damn it! Fennec! Fuck. When does Boba break out?
Go to your new
Omega.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, watch it!
I got separated from my friends.
I can help with that. Not to worry. We'll find them.
Oh, God.
I'll take your complaint.
Dear me!
Anyone else?
Aw. Ah, shit. Track him.
We didn't pay for these.
It's okay to break the rules sometimes.
Are you a soldier?
Not exactly.
You should come with us.
Now that's the best offer I've had in a long time. Come on. This way.
I think she's talked more here than the total Mandalorian. Oh, damn. Oh, that was cool. Great.
Run!
Nice headbutt.
Citizen! Halt!
These dorks wearing the same outfits
Easy with
from the
my
Clone
shit.
Wars.
Gear up, fellas. We're going into the field.
Hey!
I am afraid that is impossible. We are prohibited from leaving this
Take off the
village.
restraining bolt.
Look, the sooner we do this, the sooner you're back in charge.
Even so, I'm not capable of removing our restraining bolts.
Hey, where do you think you're all going? Get back inside.
R2 is able to take off his restraining bolt.
You got me for a bargain.
Why would you... Why would you go down there?
There you are.
Thank God.
You had us worried.
I'm so glad.
With Omega, we're on our way. Get to the ship. I'll handle her.
You dipshit. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, that's not good. Oh my God. Drop down like Anakin does.
You can thank me later.
I love these sounds. They're perfect. Pantorian Patrol.
Look out!
God damn. Jesus. She fucked him up, man. There you go. Hey, that was great, dude. This is a great episode.
No! Wait! Don't go! She hasn't paid me yet! Stop!
That's mine!
She has to be a bounty hunter.
A what?
Someone hired to retrieve targets. And you appear to be the target.
This reminds me of like the Phantom Menace when they're talking about Darth Maul.
Scare the kid.
We have to find out who she is and who hired her.
If they come back, you know how to contact me.
Yeah.
The target got away. But I'll find her.
She's talking to Kaminoans. This was awesome. I especially love finally going to Pantora. What's interesting about Pantora, so a little backstory here. Zach and I are going through Star Wars: The Clone Wars. And we just encountered a Pantorian, two Pantorians, Senator Chi-Chi and President Cho, or Chairman Cho. Okay, so he was really concerned. Okay, so let me break this down. Sorry, I'm a little flustered here. So Pantora has a moon called Ordo Plutonia, and the thought was that it was uninhabited. There's a primitive race there called the Taus, and they actually predate the Pantorans. So they get in this little civil war, and the Jedi, Obi-Wan and Anakin, they go there to make sure that they can resolve things peacefully. It doesn't go according to plan, so make sure you guys check out that episode. It's pretty awesome. Also, we do see a Pantoran in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. George Lucas, during when Anakin is going to the opera scene, George Lucas is in the background there. He's dressed as one. He looks all blue. We get to go to the planet. It's really cool to see. It just so happens to align with the fact that me and Zach just visited those people in the Clone Wars. And I do know that later on in the Clone Wars, Zach hasn't got there yet, Ahsoka meets with Senator Chuchi, I'm pretty sure. I think it's when she's on the run. Maybe I'm wrong. So the Havoc Marauder and Clone Force 99 and Omega and the crew, they're out of credits. They're on the run. They want to go to a planet called Idaflor, but they can't make it there because they don't have enough fuel. So they decide to land, obviously, on Pantora. When they get there, they run into more chain code nonsense. And they're haggling with a Grand Merchant. I'm pretty sure they're called Grands or Grands. And we see them in, we see them in the old trilogy. I'm pretty sure it's Return of the Jedi. We also see them throughout the prequel trilogy. He ends up selling them for $3,000. And then, of course, just like in Star Wars Solo, Echo leads kind of like a droid rebellion. So that was just kind of cool to see. Solo's a great movie. They need to make a Solo 2, but I'm going to leave that alone. And we also have the animated introduction to Fennec Shand from The Mandalorian. So I really like her character in Mandalorian. I mean, I didn't like her as much at first because she was hunting down Baby Yoda. But then when she teams up with Boba Fett, it's awesome. I can't wait for the Book of Boba Fett. We see her in this, and obviously she's a morally great character. And obviously her job right now is to hunt down Omega. I'm pretty sure she's not working with Boba Fett yet. I mean, I guess I'm not pretty sure. I don't know. Maybe we will see Boba Fett. It would be awesome if we did. I mean, we see all kinds of Boba Fett-like people, obviously, because we have all these clones of him. So it would be great to see his interaction between Boba Fett himself and clones. And I'm pretty sure it was the actress who plays Fennec. I'm pretty sure she was doing the voice. Sounds exactly like her. So she's trying to hunt for Omega. And I really like how we get to see in the Star Wars universe all these different approaches to bounty hunting. She sees Fennec, and she just tries to become friends with her. She gives her food, says, hey, you don't got to follow the rules, kid. It's basically like Lord of the Flies up in here. You know what I mean? She's saying, hey, you don't need to do this. You don't need to do that. I need this gun to survive, okay? I'm not a soldier. I need it to survive. So I think Omega is kind of taking a liking to her, but it doesn't last very long because Hunter runs into them. And we have my favorite part of the episode to where they have... What starts my favorite part of the episode is where they have that kind of old-fashioned showdown where she's ready to grab her blaster and he puts his hand on the back. He puts his hand on his little dagger back there. It really reminded me of like the fighting. It was so good. It reminded me of the movie called The Hunted with Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro. The way they were doing the movements, it was very cinematic. I loved it. It was awesome. And just having a good old-fashioned car chase. Well, not a car chase, but a speed racer chase. It was great. It was great going through the streets of Pantora, and you get to see the different levels. It was exciting. It was fun. Can't say enough. This is my favorite episode, except for maybe the premiere. And one reason I love the premiere so much is because it was shockingly delightful. And we get to see Kanan Jarrus, a young Kanan Jarrus, Caleb Doom. But in terms of moving the plot forward, we do know that Fennec is after them. We do know that they're out of supplies. And, when they go through these experiences together, I think it just brings Clone Force 99 and Omega closer together. But there's another scene where Wrecker fights Fennec, and I would like to see Wrecker be more formidable because he's a trained soldier, he's a clone, and he's more formidable than the other clones. But he just gets his ass kicked by Fennec. It was funny, though. It was really funny. And we got to see Hunter make use of the Pyro Denton in a great scene where he slams on his brakes, and he's behind her, and he throws a detonator, and she just jumps off. And we get to see Gonk droids, we get to see astromech droids, we get to see, like I said, a protocol droid. It kind of reminded me of the chick from whatever her name was. Crap, I can't remember. Correct me in the comments. I can't remember what her name is. From Solo. And the Droid Rebellion. It was really cool. I can't say enough about this episode. And fleshing out the universe, seeing the lore, seeing Pantora finally. And we also get to see the Pantoran Guard. Well, not the Guard. I don't think they're the Royal Guard. They're like keepers of the peace, kind of like the police officers. And they're wearing the similar outfits that was worn in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. So we have Rasper 6, which is a weird name, which are the same people as Neem Num from Return of the Jedi, piloting the Millennium Falcon during the end of the Galactic Civil War. He's in charge of that area at the docking bay where they're parked, and he's this greedy little bastard. But one thing I really like was, Fennec isn't a butcher. There's all kinds of shades of gray in this. She didn't massacre Rasper 6 for letting them get away. She understands it's not his fault. She's not Darth Vader. Her anger doesn't really consume her, so she just pays him more money and says, hey, if you see them, give me a call. Guys, I don't have too much else to say. I really, really, really like this episode. Love the chase scene. I love the excitement of Omega getting away. And also, we didn't have anything with Wrecker's head, although she did slam his head when they're in that tunnel, like in The Fugitive, and they fight and she kicks his ass. She slams his head onto the side. And it looked like it was much harder than it was in the last episode when he bumped it when they were experiencing turbulence. So, yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to come back. You figured if it was going to, they would have dropped some kind of hint in this episode. They did not, and that's pretty much the end of my notes. I really love the show. Love this episode. It's great to see Fennec. And maybe now that we have some supplies and we got out of there, we're going to go to Eat a Floor. We still haven't ran in the wreck, so hopefully we'll see him next episode. And guys, I'll see you next episode because I'm out of here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like Third Street Reactions, that's great. I love it. That was a bad joke. But just like and subscribe. That's a great way to support us. Leave a comment down below. Go check out Star Wars: The Clone Wars, The Mandalorian, and all the other shows that we are doing. Currently loving Invincible right now, so make sure you check that out as well.